I understood what they were on about, these new workers, with all their talk about equity and such. But it wasn't like we put up a sign saying whites only or anything. Anyone was welcome at our service. We even had open days and sausage sizzles to let new people know about the center. The local newspaper covered it, so there were photos of us all, welcoming new members. Then, this new bloke came onto the board. He showed us some statistics of the number of Buddhists, Muslims and Hindus in the area, and how the barbecues excluded these people, without us even meaning to. We hadn't thought about vegetarians, and I didn't even know what halal meant. He introduced me to a couple of the community leaders of the area, and we talked about wanting a more open sort of service. For some of them, it was the first they'd heard of our center, which surprised us a bit. We thought everyone knew about us, but chose not to use our service. Funny really. The next day we had our first Somalian client, even though we now know they're 15% of our local population. Seems they'd heard about us through word of mouth, since we and Appos. Deep in asking lots of questions on how to be more open, we found out that a lot of the pamphlets and brochures we'd been offering people were available in different languages, we just hadn't asked before. And when we were due to redecorate, we thought carefully about having a variety of posters and artworks that sent the right message. We kept having discussions. They made a few suggestions, and once they realized we were genuine, a couple of the young ones even offered to come along to help out at our next event. So, that Australia Day, we made a point of offering a bit broader range of options. Halal, chicken and vegetarian food, that sort of thing. I hadn't realized how exclusively Anglo our service had been until I saw that first photo in the migrant newspaper. Different people helping out, wearing different clothes from anything I'd ever wear, foods I'd never tasted before. We've kept our Christmas and Easter parties, but we help people celebrate a few other festivals as well. Our NAIDOC Day events were probably our best events so far. We've booked our new workers in for training, including the front counter staff, so they're a bit more understanding than they used to be when someone acts like they're not being respectful to them. We've still got a lot to learn. I didn't know, for example, that some vegetarians won't eat food cooked in a pan that has meat cooking on the other side. Other people were really surprised that we didn't really know what was in our sausage rolls. It hadn't occurred to me that all our decorations featured white people only. Like I said, we're all still learning, but we're learning about as much about ourselves as we are about everyone else.